Hi, so I want to give you an example of how to do a problem where you're not given a quadratic equation and the graph is not sketched out for you. So this is a flashlight. This is a flashlight down here, and it's shining a light. And your basic flashlight will actually have a parabola inside here. So so that when there's like a light at the center of the parabola, it will reflect off of the parabola case and effectively and efficiently shine light in a bigger space and with as much power as we can get out of it, so that we can minimize the amount of energy that it takes up from the battery, making your batteries last longer even if the light is shining quite brightly. So the parabolic shape is just an efficient way to shine light. They also use parabolic headlights on your car. All right, so that means that when the light shines, it's a parabolic shape here, and you can kind of see the shape of the parabola light out here. Now, the picture doesn't show very well the farther you go out, which is true of a flashlight as well. So the first thing you're going to need to do is sketch out your parabola so that you can see its shape better. All right. So make sure you have arrows on both sides. Okay, so this is my sketch of the parabola. The next thing you're going to want to do after your sketch is you're going to want to find points on your parabola. So in order to make this look easier, I'm going to insert some lines. So this should be enough lines for us to see what the coordinates are of this parabola that I drew. So the first coordinate here, if I start at the origin, because this line is x equals 0, it's the x-axis, it looks like 0, 0, which sounds about right. So what I've done here is I've sketched my parabola all the way through the graph so I can find coordinates on it. And then I've also drawn in a few of the graph lines so that it's easier to find the points on this parabola. So the first point here that I'm going to look at is this one here, and it looks like it's at 0, 0. So x value is 0, y value is 0. So that's the coordinate I would use for this point right here, 0, 0. Then this one looks like x equals 1 and y equals 0. However, I know that a parabola has to go up a little bit up for each coordinate going upwards. So this, I'm going to guess, is closer to y value of 0.1. So this would be 1, 0.1 as the coordinate. This one over here looks like it's 2 for the x value. So here's the x-axis, so 1, 2, and about 1 for the y value, so 2, 1. This one looks like 3, 1.6. This looks like 4, 2.6. This looks like 5, 3.6. This looks like 6, 5. So it's about 6,5. So that's okay. I know it looks like it's a little above 5, so you can use 5.1 as well, or you can use 5 and that would be fine. This looks like 7, 7. So that's the coordinate I would use for this one. And so on and so forth. I can also go backwards. So if I went backwards here, this is 0, so this would be -1. Again, it looks very close to 0, but I'm going to say -1, 0.1, -2, maybe 0.5, and -3, +1. Your coordinates are reasonable given your sketch. Notice that your sketch might be a little bit different from my sketch, and that's okay as long as it's not completely off. So if your sketch goes like this, if you follow that, that's going to be too sharp, okay? And if it were too wide, that would also not be okay. But like something like this, that's a little tiny bit wider than mine and has slightly different coordinates, is going to be fine. And then you can use the coordinates that you got from your sketch to answer the questions.